evening and welcome to tonight's regional news, where we bring you all the latest story within the region. In Jamaica, about 17 Jamaicans employed in the Green Hill Farm in Ontario, Canada, have returned positive results for COVID-19. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has confirmed. The workers were among those who returned to Canada in January under the North American Farm Work Program, which also includes the United States. The Labour Ministry confirmed late Wednesday that they were among other overseas farm workers, mainly from Guatemala and Mexico, who were tested at the farm after cases of the coronavirus were detected among the crews. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security says that the Jamaican Liaison Service in Ontario has been working with the owners of the farm as well as local health authorities to monitor the workers who have been quarantined since the exposure. The employers have agreed that they will continue to pay them for 40 hours per week and provide food, shelter, and medication while they are quarantined. The ministry says that it has been acting through its liaison services in Canada and in Washington to look after the interests of the Jamaicans in both Canada and the United States. Close to 6,000 farm workers from Jamaica, about a half of whom were recalled by their farms, have traveled to North America since January. However, this is much less than the 14,000 to 15,000 who normally travel to the continent each year to participate in the program. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Colette Roberts-Risden, told a meeting of Parliament's Public Administration and Appropriation Committee yesterday that no new recruits are being sent to join the program since January, as only farmers who have been on the program prior to now are being recalled. Over to Bermuda. Bermuda Premier David Byrd has announced a four-phase withdrawal from lockdown in the face of the global coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic starting this weekend. But schools and international airports are likely to remain shut until at least June. He told a government press briefing on Wednesday night that several weeks of regulations had not been easy for any of us. But although Byrd hinted at the initial phases lasting 2 to 3 weeks at a minimum, he said the government would not impose a time frame for easing constraints. Byrd's comments came as Health Minister Kim Wilson announced that a single positive COVID-19 case was confirmed in 636 test results received between Tuesday and Wednesday, taking the island's toll to 111. Wilson said more than 2,100 tests has so far been completed. Among those tested on Wednesday were Governor John Rankin and National Security Minister Wayne Kane. Byrd said Saturday at 6 a.m. would mark the end of the shelter-in-place restrictions after a decision was made at the Marathon Cabinet meeting on Tuesday. However, he appealed to the public to wear masks and maintain strict social distancing to avoid the risk of spread of the coronavirus. A 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew will be enforced, and public gatherings will be limited to a maximum of 10 people. And now for some news coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. The Coast Guard yesterday intercepted a foreign tanker thrown off the north coast of Trinidad and seized approximately 400 kilograms of cocaine with an estimated street value of $160 million. Senior intelligence sources with knowledge about the operation said that a special team of officers from the Defense Force and the Special Naval Unit boarded the boat in the wee hours of Tuesday morning. At least 10 persons were aboard when the high-powered team of officers stormed the vessel. Intelligence sources said the crew members who were hiding were rounded up and questioned about the illegal contraband. A thorough search of the vessel was made by the officers, and they discovered the 400 kilograms of cocaine well hidden in the vessel's fuel tanks. Sources say that the officers had to do a destructive search of the fuel tanks to find a hidden stash that was kept in a secret enclosure and tightly wrapped in material that was waterproof. Intelligence sources also say major details about the operation was being kept under wraps. And finally, in Grenada, health authorities have confirmed that 4 of Grenada's current 8 active COVID-19 cases are co-workers of a company that has since been ordered to shut its doors to the public. The workplace is Caribbean Agro Industries, Grenada's lone flour mill, which was owned by the United States firm ADM. The company imports wheat from the United States and mills it into flour and animal feed. Dr. George Mitchell, COVID-19 response coordinator, said on Tuesday that Grenada had 1 more laboratory-confirmed positive patient. The tally is now 15 positives, but of that number, only 18 are on the island because one of the early cases left the island without medical permission before receiving his result. That person returned to the United Kingdom via Canada with his wife and child. As per health protocol, all confirmed cases are quarantined as well as their close contact. Health officials continue to tirelessly conduct contact tracing to ascertain the probability of further transmission. Well, that has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching.